Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's like the first thing I do when I turn this on is start looking at myself like it's a mirror. Sorry about that. Happy Friday. My name is Kerri Wade. I am a Reiki master. I am a certified hypnotherapist and a transformational life coach. I am talking to you from Chandler, Arizona. And it's another beautiful day in Chandler. You know, we're in our, it's been bouncing around 110 every day. So it's a little bit warm. The worst part really for me is that it doesn't cool down very much at night. So, I mean, it could still be in the high 80s at night, during the night. Good morning, Grant. How are you feeling today? Did you get your hemp oil? I was thinking about you yesterday. So anyway, but it's just that time of year, and you know, we just have to put up with it for a few months. So if that's the worst thing that is happening, then it's not so bad. You love it? It doesn't taste like real good, but you know, it goes away quickly, that taste. It's a real nutty kind of taste, kind of like I don't know, licking a tree trunk or something. It's not the best taste, but it's not terrible either. It'd probably be okay like on a little salad or something. So anyway, well, good. I'll be curious to know how that's working for you. I did have my session yesterday with Madhu about Connor, and he does have 2 parasites. And so she's sending me the tinctures and stuff. It's all vibrational medicine and herbs. It's all natural. And so she is sending me those. I'll probably have them the first of the week. But in the meantime, he seems to be feeling pretty good. So this stuff will start working in a pretty short order once we get those things. And so that will all be good. So continuing on with our mindfulness today. This is this little special edition of Mindfulness magazine about getting started with mindfulness. There's a little page in here about fear. And I've heard the word fear come up multiple times this week with clients and just with friends and in general conversations. And, you know, fear is something that we either live with or we live without. We can choose. And that's the most important thing, is recognizing we have a conscious choice to make. The quote I read the other day from Albert Einstein, you know, the most important and fundamental choice you can ever make in your life, or decision you can make, is do you live in a hostile or a friendly world, you know? Fear is not all bad in and of itself, because, you know, there are warning mechanisms within fear that we need to have. Good morning, Mark. And so fear does serve a purpose. It's when we get stuck in fear and we live our life in fear that it is it's dangerous, really. It will screw up our happiness. It'll screw up our ability to go do things and be who we want to be and participate in life. And it takes a big toll on us physically. So anyway, I'm gonna read a little bit from this mindfulness book here on fear. It says, it's hard to imagine life without fear. Its raw power can save lives. It can also paralyze us and invade every part of our life. Training it and directing it is one of life's greatest challenges. For survival, it's highly energetic, even exhilarating. Lots of people love horror movies. And kids, young and old, get a huge kick out of scaring each other. But fear is no joke. It can be a highly aroused state that overtakes us in response to a perceived threat, causing us to either fight, flee, freeze, or faint. It can be a deeply unpleasant feeling. As with all emotion, the practice of meditation can stabilize us enough in the midst of fear to help us see more clearly, to distinguish a false threat from a real threat that needs to be acted upon. The type of fear meditation can have the most effect on is the fear and fears that we continually generate in our own minds. Anybody else guilty of that? The product of our rich imagination and our desire to control everything rather than be tossed around in the risky and stormy world. As our fear rises, we can start yammering in our heads to reinforce the size and the shape of the fear. They're not going to like me. They'll think I'm stupid. I'll never get another job. I'll lose my mind and all the friends and my apartment. By now, our palms are sweaty and we're in a total panic. The good news, this is all natural. The very intense energy of fear, when we're able to let it dissipate, can become a powerful driving force. It's nothing other than the energy of life. So here's the practice for fear. You're going to name the fear, okay? Being able to recognize that fear is present can be hugely important in not allowing it to control you. As you notice your heart pumping more, your chest tightening, your back stiffening, let an imaginary alarm bell go off in your head. Take 3 or 10 or 20 deep breaths, however many you need to slow your body down. Place your hand on your heart if that will help. Acknowledge to yourself, I am scared, I'm afraid. Name the fear. So you automatically create a bit of distance between yourself and the intensity of the emotional reaction. Say a few phrases of well-wishing toward yourself and others. May I see the source of my fear. May I be safe and free from fear. May I be happy and at ease. And then lean into fear. Whenever you feel the energy of fear, don't avoid the feeling. Sit with it. As fearful thoughts of dread and worry continue to arise, approach them with a friendliness. Don't treat them as a threat. Be kind toward yourself for being afraid. Hi, Shelley. Pay attention and see what happens when you hold your ground, and let the fear arise in your mind. You might find confidence within. Yeah, so name that fear and be with it. Say your affirmations and breathe through it. Breathing through it is paramount in my opinion. And just taking some deep breaths can do so many things for us, not just on a physical level, but a mental level and an emotional level as well. So, see the fear, name it, breathe through it, be kind to yourself, and just don't let it control you. I think that is the main takeaway, because we do tend to let fears control us when we get into that heightened state of fear. So, fear is the absence of love. Love and fear cannot coexist together in the same thought or mood or feeling. So put yourself in a place of love. And I love those little affirmations they gave. That is basically switching off that fear when you move into a place of love, because they cannot be there at the same time. At least that's my opinion. So we have 2 cards left. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Closing my eyes. On our last 2 days of Postcards from Spirit. And this is the next to the last day. So I would invite you just to take a deep breath. If you're in a place where you can do so, maybe just close your eyes for a moment or take a soft gaze. Breathing in and out. Just releasing that energy, releasing the tension as we start this Friday, rolling into the weekend. I have a feeling next week will be pretty quiet around town. Everybody's heading for the mountains, for San Diego. anywhere but Phoenix. So, dearest you, you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also, paradoxically, one with the world. Individual, yet part of the great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you are on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul. Check in with Spirit. Keep going. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you. Yeah, sometimes we start to feel like we get into a rut, and we start to wonder if maybe we really are moving forward, or have we just settled. And, again, get out of your ego. Your soul knows where it needs to go. And I believe that if you don't make the changes that you know deep down inside you need to make, universe will do it for you. Spirit will do it for you. And sometimes that's not the most pleasant way. Sometimes it's a gentle nudge forward, like I experienced recently. Sometimes it's a push off a cliff. Thank God I didn't experience it this time. And, it's what's meant to happen is going to happen. Whatever your journey is, whatever you need to be doing, it's going to happen. And I don't think we have to feel like we have to be doing certain things all the time. We talked about this yesterday. Doingness versus beingness. So just be with it and know that when the time is right, it's going to happen. Okay? I don't know where that came from, but peace and blessings, my friends. Happy Friday. I hope everyone has a great day today. Be careful. There will be crazies out there, I'm sure, trying to get out of town for the weekend. And I know a lot of people are taking next week off, are going to be out of town. So today might be a kind of a crazy one on the road. So just be careful, be mindful when you're driving. Take your time. Don't get in any competitions and pissing matches with people on the road. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So put on some good music and just enjoy the ride, yeah? So everybody hi Tracy, how are you? Everybody have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow morning, and sometime, hopefully this weekend, I'm going to get my friend Mark over here, and I'm going to ask him some questions, and I'll tape this or video it, and I'll put it up. I don't know if we'll do it live or not, but I'm going to ask him some questions about cannabis and the different types of cannabis. Mark has had a remarkable healing journey with cannabis through several bouts of cancer. And he's just like, he's a guru. He knows everything about it, and I know nothing about it. So go to San Diego and cool off. I wish. You know what? I've got this itch to go to Sedona so badly. I'm going to have to carve out some time. Probably not till the fall because I've got a pretty heavy schedule this summer with school. So anyway, maybe in the fall. I've got to get to Sedona. I'm just dying to go up there. So Grant, fly out here and go with me, okay? Hurry up. Let's make a plan. Love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.